Is it possible that the first 5 minutes of your day could determine whether you live an additional 5, 10, or even 30 years? Doesn't it sound crazy? Here's the horrifying reality, though. 99% of seniors are unaware that they are wasting years of their lives in silence because of their morning routines. Hundreds of seniors worldwide will suffer from memory loss, dizziness, or severe decreases in blood pressure by the time you watch this video because they neglected a vital stage in their morning routine, particularly in the first 300 seconds. The shocking part comes next. It has now been demonstrated that one particular morning routine lowers the risk of disease, slows aging, and protects brain cells. However, very few people are aware of the proper way to do it. Imagine your legs feeling like solid blocks when you first stand up, your stiff joints, and your morning fog. That's not simply aging. Your body is pleading for the ideal trigger. Additionally, the damage multiplies daily if you miss it. Additionally, according to a 2023 study published in the Lancet Healthy Longevity, seniors who adhered to a strict morning regimen had a 29% decreased probability of passing away. We'll walk through a detailed morning practice in this video that can slow down the aging of the brain, restore equilibrium, reduce the chance of disease, and lead to decades of longer, healthier lives. The third step, which most people overlook, may hold the secret to halting the aging process of the brain. In actuality, very few people are carrying it out correctly. Let me ask you something before we start. What is the first sensation you have when you wake up? What aspects of your morning routine would you most like to see improved? Please share your responses below, and remember to subscribe to the channel and enable notifications so you don't miss any crucial advice. We read every comment and provide tailored advice for your circumstances. Let's begin at step number 8 without further ado. Don't undervalue it. Despite its seemingly insignificant size, it activates your complete internal reset button. The 8th tip is to get up without sitting up. Let's begin with the morning maneuver that is most underappreciated but may save lives. Do not immediately sit up. Your body continues to shift from sleep to wakefulness as soon as your eyes open. Your heart rate is still normalizing, your blood pressure has decreased, and your brain hasn't completely recalculated orientation and balance. Additionally, your circulation rapidly decreases when you abruptly sit up or stand up. That's the reason for those moments of vertigo, fainting, or even bumping into furniture. According to a 2021 study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, seniors who lay motionless for just 30 to 60 seconds after waking up reported 41% fewer episodes of blood pressure crashes and morning dizziness. Here's an alternative. Stay on your back as soon as you wake up. Move your toes and fingers. Blink a couple of times. Then, slowly extend your arms overhead to communicate with your neurological system, not to wake you up. We are currently in a transition. Take a deep breath, count to 30. After that, carefully push yourself up to sit after softly rolling to your side. Most individuals are unaware that starting your day too quickly is similar to trying to run without warming up. You're overtaxing your heart, blood vessels, and the part of your brain that controls balance, the brainstem. You'll notice something odd once you've made this a habit. You will no longer feel dazed, no more getting to your feet and clinging to walls. Before you even get out of bed, your mind will feel more organized. The 7th stage, which begins with your mouth, is something that practically everyone omits. 7th, before you ingest anything, reset the chemistry in your mouth. You may believe that food or medication should be the first thing you put in your mouth in the morning. False. Since your mouth turns into a haven for germs, acid, and inflammation while you sleep, the first thing that should happen inside your mouth is a complete dental reset. Additionally, you're putting poison into your bloodstream and intestines if you drink anything, even water, before taking care of it. Poor morning dental hygiene was actually associated with a 24% increased risk of systemic inflammation indicators, including as those connected to Alzheimer's and heart disease, according to a 2022 study in oral disorders. This is when things start to get interesting. The bacterial community in your mouth, known as the oral microbiome, is subject to sudden alterations. While some of those bacteria are essential, many of them accumulate into a substance known as biofilm, which can upset your immune system and gut flora if you consume it. This is what you should do. As soon as you sit up, carefully make your way to the restroom. Start with a 30-second oil pull with coconut or sesame oil before eating, drinking, or brushing. Slowly, but not violently, swing. Spit into a tissue instead of the sink after that. Use a tongue scraper after that. The results will astound you. Brush your teeth and rinse with warm water only then. This one adjustment actually enhances the absorption of nutrients from your meal, lowers bad breath, and protects you from inflammation. You'll sense it in a few days. A lighter head, less tongue coating, and less bloating. You will notice a difference in your bones after completing step number 6, which is the opposite of what most individuals do next. Sixth, avoid caffeine and instead engage your joints. The majority of people get up and immediately go to the coffee maker, but for seniors, that is the exact opposite of what their bodies require during the first 20 minutes of the day. This is the reason. When your circulation is still awakening, caffeine causes blood vessels to tighten and adrenaline to rise. Although it offers the appearance of more energy, it really strains your adrenal glands, which are already exerting a lot of effort to regulate blood pressure, electrolytes, and brain impulses. 68% of individuals over 60 had energy dumps later in the day as a result of coffee consumption within 15 minutes after waking, according to a 2020 study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine. Your body needs activity, not coffee. This type of joint activation is neither cardio or exercise. This is precisely what you must do. Ankle rolls come first. Elevate one foot while sitting on the edge of your bed and slowly rotate your ankle 10 times clockwise and 10 times counterclockwise. Change your feet. Knee circles come in second. With your feet shoulder-width apart, place your hands on your knees, bend them slightly, and slowly rotate in each direction 10 times. The third is hip openers. Take a tall stance, raise one knee as though you were marching, and slowly turn your leg out in a circle. 5 to 8 times on each side. Repeat. Fourth, roll your shoulders and shrug. Raise your shoulders to your ears, hold them there for 2 seconds, and then lower and raise them again. Do this 10 times. Neck tilts come in at number 5. Tilt your head slowly from side to side, then 5 times each forward and backward, holding for a while. The internal lubricant that shields your joints, synovial fluid, is stimulated by these motions. Give yourself 3 to 5 minutes to begin. Blood will start to flow to your toes and fingers. You'll see an improvement in your posture. By the time you drink your coffee 30 to 45 minutes later, it will actually boost your energy rather than deplete it, and your knees won't pop as loudly. You might be surprised to learn that step number 5 is all about your feet and has nothing to do with food or medication. Please remember to subscribe and use the like button if this is enlightening you so that more elders can view it. Bigger secrets are on the horizon. The 5th step is to recalibrate your inner compass and ground your bare feet. Your internal orientation system, the area of your brain that aids in navigating the outside world, may be the cause of your strange awakening if you feel as though the room is spinning a little or your thoughts are moving more slowly. Vestibular feedback, which begins in your feet, regulates that system. According to a 2022 study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience, seniors who grounded on a hard surface for 5 minutes each morning while barefoot improved their balance and spatial memory by 21% in just 3 weeks. Your feet's skin is home to thousands of nerve endings, which serve as your brain's antenna for alignment, posture, and gravity. That feedback is blocked by shoes, it is dulled by slippers, it is insulated by socks. This is what you should do. Stand barefoot on a level, stable surface after moving your joints. A hardwood floor will do just as well, but it's better to be outside on natural ground. Feel the touch. Move your weight from heel to toe and side to side. Take slow breaths. This lowers your chance of falling before the day has even begun by resetting your vestibular system. Another thing you'll notice is mental clarity. Reaction time increases, your body feels steady, and your brain feels alert. Everything starts to change in step 4 because you're going to offer your brain the exact thing it's lacking. Fourth, give your brain more food than your stomach. This is the pivotal moment in your routine since your actions now will influence how quickly or slowly your brain ages over the course of the next 24 hours. Your brain needs neurofuel and pure hydration before you eat, take medications, or check your phone. The science is here. Sweating and breathing during sleep might cause you to lose up to 1 liter of water. Overnight, your brain shrinks a little and loses electrical activity unless it is nourished and rehydrated. Drinking 16 to 20 ounces of room temperature water as soon as they woke up improved older person's memory and attention scores by 23% in just 20 minutes, according to a 2021 study in nutrition. However, that just applies to hydration. Electrolytes and natural glucose, not sugar, but something your neurons can use, are what your brain truly wants next. This is what you should do. In warm water, squeeze in a lemon and add a quarter teaspoon of sea salt or pink salt. After taking a slow sip, break your fast with clean fuel by eating a few nibbles of fruit, such as blueberries or bananas. This stabilizes cortisol, primes your neurological system, and facilitates more consistent absorption of drugs. Your hands won't shake, your vision will feel more stable, and your thoughts will become clearer like a fog has been lifted. The third step is what we warned you about, and the majority of people are doing it entirely incorrectly. Third, before you relax your brain, stimulate it. The majority of morning rituals revolve around deep breathing, stretching, sitting quietly, and relaxation. However, understimulation, rather than stress, is the true threat to elders. Yes, exactly. Your cognitive speed begins to deteriorate for the remainder of the day if your brain isn't sufficiently stimulated within the first half hour. This is particularly true beyond age 60 when your brain's reticular activating system, which controls alertness, becomes less sensitive. Seniors who engaged in early morning brain stimulation within 20 to 30 minutes of waking up saw increases in processing speed, memory recall, and reaction time of up to 32%, according to a 2023 study published in Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews. However, this is where the majority of people make mistakes. They use screens to excite their brains, which deplete dopamine and leave them feeling exhausted an hour later. Alternatively, they begin with passive stimulation, which does very little, such as music or casual chat. Here's an alternative. After you've hydrated and exercised, give your brain an active challenge for 3 to 5 minutes. That could be reading a brief article aloud, doing a crossword problem, or using a basic brain puzzle app. Yes, out loud. Compared to reading aloud, reading silently activates much fewer brain regions. Your hippocampus, the memory region most susceptible to aging, is activated even when you name 5 high school buddies or recite your to-do list from memory. And when you do this every day, an odd thing occurs. You feel more youthful. You begin to recall tales, appointments, and names. The world seems more acute. Using something your body is already attempting to provide, step 2 will take all of this and lock it in. Second, synchronize your breathing with the illumination. This may seem like a strange step, but it's the quickest method to lock in hormone balance, energy, and mood for the remainder of the day. The circadian rhythm, a 24-hour internal clock that regulates sleep, hunger, alertness, and even immune function, is in charge of your body. Light is what resets this pattern each morning, and the effects are significantly more pronounced when breath is added. Within 2 weeks of combining guided breath exercises with morning light exposure, seniors' mood, motivation, and focus improved by 31%, according to a 2022 study published in Chronobiology International. This is how it operates. Melanopsin cells are specialized receptors found in your eyes that respond to blue light from the environment. Your internal time system is reset when light strikes them because it triggers messages to your hypothalamus. This is the error that most people make, though. They either perform breath work indoors in the absence of sunlight or they open the blinds and leave. You must face the light and take deep breaths to achieve the desired effect. This is what you should do. Go outside or stand close to a window, take a slow 4-second breath through your nose, hold it for 4, and then release it for 6 seconds while keeping your eyes up toward the sky rather than the sun. 6 to 10 times over, repeat. Serotonin, your feel-good hormone, is released, your vagus nerve is strengthened, and your cortisol cycle is reset. You'll sense it. Your heart feels lighter, your chest opens, and the knot in your stomach begins to ease. The last step is now. The first step is where it all comes together. It only requires one statement per day and serves as your compass and anchor. First, say out loud one meaningful statement. The first thought you have in the morning is frequently the most influential one you will have throughout the day, something that most seniors are unaware of. Why? Because theta wave activity, the brain state linked to subconscious programming, emotional sensitivity, and memory consolidation, is still leaving your brain. During this period, your thoughts and words have a tendency to remain with you and influence your decisions for hours. Over the course of 6 weeks, seniors who engaged in morning verbal goal setting had notable gains in executive function and decreased anxiety, according to a 2020 study published in Psychology and Aging. But ambiguous affirmations aren't the point here. It involves saying out loud a single concise line that serves as a reminder to your brain of the importance of being present today. Although it may seem straightforward, this neurologically activates your prefrontal cortex, which is in charge of concentration, planning, and decision-making. Just what the majority of seniors fear they are losing. Additionally, it increases emotional resilience, the best indicator of how well you'll bounce back from illness, accident, or even loss, when done after you've sensed your breath and light. Even if you don't believe it yet, say it out every morning. Your brain will eventually come to accept it. This routine is your turning point if you've ever felt like your body is aging more quickly than your mind, or that you're waking up to a slower, less vibrant version of the life you once knew. In actuality, the majority of seniors do not require more medication, supplements, or sleep. They require the appropriate signals at the appropriate times, in the appropriate order. It is morning at that time. The first 5 minutes can reset your brain, bring your balance back, lower inflammation, re-energize your memory, and even stabilize your blood pressure, as you just learned. Not by tricks or crazy routines, but by taking 8 strong steps that your body is already familiar with and has been subtly requesting. So, begin tomorrow morning. Even if you just take 1 step at a time, even if your behaviors haven't changed in 40 years, even if your body initially objects. Because this practice has the power to alter not just your emotions but also your lifespan, mental clarity, and level of self-assurance. Which step will you attempt first tomorrow morning, I ask you now? And in the past, what aspect of your morning routine have you found most difficult? Let us know below and we'll help you make this stick. Remember to subscribe to the channel and enable notifications so you don't miss any crucial information. We read every comment and provide tailored advice. I appreciate you watching.